All right. We are now joined by our runner-up finisher, and that is Denny Hamlin. And we'll go straight to questions. We already got a slew of them. And we'll start off with Zach Sterniolo. Go ahead, Zach.
And congrats on the run today. Was there anything you could have done differently there, trying to catch Kevin in those final few laps?
The only thing I kind of saw was that I probably should have ran the bottom there coming to the white. We were making some good time on the bottom, and I overthunk it and thought that he was going to try to go down there and air block, and I just ended up running his line and messed up. So, but that's about it. I mean, I thought I optimized my lap time that whole run. I think we ran him down from 4 or 5 seconds, something like that, on the same tire strategy on the same lap. So that's all we could do. It just didn't work out.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll take a question from Marty Smith. Go ahead, Marty.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. Denny, it's been a unique return since COVID, but the buy-in in the industry has been universal. Everybody's done such a good job of following the protocol, and the amazing displays of solidarity and unity that you guys have shown backing Bubba. It's just been a unique moment for the sport. How would you describe this moment for NASCAR since over the past couple of months?
I mean, it's been a unique time for sure. I mean, you know, we go from iRacing to racing with no fans. We're the first kind of, major sport back. Everything's just different. I mean, the way that we work our weeks and weekends, everything is different now. So you're trying to adapt to that. And then we got, the whole thing going on with George Floyd, and that, sparked, conversations and protests and whatnot. And then, we had the incident, or we thought the incident with Bubba. And so it just all kind of has been crazy. And like, I just want to get to racing and talking about racing, because, it's difficult to ask us to, be able to compartmentalize all this stuff. And we're race car drivers, and to ask us, our stance on, public issues and things like that, we're not always that good at it. We don't always say the right thing. So certainly I feel like, I did my part, and I'm still doing my part to continue to listen, things like that. But this is a long process that's going to take time for major change, and we're all in on it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Got it.
Next up, we'll go with Bob Pockris. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Denny, did you get a chance to look at the tires or anything? Have any idea what was wrong there at the end?
I'm assuming it's a tire, but I don't know. I mean, I just got off the phone with Chris, and he's asking me what's going on. I did miss a shift, which is a little bit concerning on the last restart. So I think it's a tire. I don't think it's, a mechanical issue. Usually when they vibrate that bad, they just go ahead and break. But, hopefully they'll check it out here over these next few hours and see what they can find. But it appears, if he called me, it wasn't a tire, because he didn't see anything wrong with the tire. So maybe it's a misbalance or something.
So it wasn't because of too many lug nuts loose or anything like that?
No, we didn't have any lug nuts loose. We only took 2 tires there, right sides. And, it started after that pit stop. So it's almost like it threw a weight off or something.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we'll go to Jordan Bianchi. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hi, Denny. Wondering if you could, where does Joe Gibbs Racing stack up right now compared to the other organizations? Beginning of the year, it seemed like they were kind of behind a little bit, but it certainly seems in the past few weeks you guys have closed that gap.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, the Chevrolets obviously came off real strong the first few races, especially the West Coast swing. It just seems like certain teams have got stuff going right now. I mean, we're contention to win each and every week. The 12's been up front each and every week, and the 4 and those guys. So it seems like it's not as much about manufacturer right now as how good your car is what teams are hitting the setups and getting them close right off the truck. That seems to be the most important thing right now. But I think we have closed the gap a little speed wise for sure.
Next, we'll take a question from Casey Campbell. Go ahead, Casey.
Hey, Denny. Just want to get your thoughts on when this whole COVID pandemic thing kind of maybe slows down or over. Would you like to see practice and qualifying come back, or do you like the format as it is now?
I mean, I like it kind of as it is now. I mean, certainly it's easier on the road team. I don't know about the people in the shop, but certainly on the road team to not have to spend multiple days on the road. I'm sure from a financial standpoint, it's probably advantageous to do it the way that we're doing it. But if they did any of that, I'd like to see it be the same day that the race is. Nothing that keeps you overnight for sure, especially with everything going on right now. I don't think these guys want to stay in too many hotels.
And kind of talk about, last week you ran the special paint scheme with the National Civil Rights Museum. You went there. What did it mean to you to go there? I know you kind of talked about it, but overall, what did it mean to you to attend there?
Well, I think it certainly, just gave me more information. It educated me on some things that I didn't know about. And, that's all I can ask for is to, when I hear, both sides of the argument, I can understand the other side a little bit better now because I haven't experienced it. So I think that, and if anything, it's just, woken myself to, what American history is from the very beginning, how it all started, and to get us to where we are today. And I think we're making strides overall. We got to remember we are the most diverse country that's out there. I mean, there's all different types of people from all different heritages that live in the U.S. now, and that's what makes America great, essentially.
All right. Thank you, Denny.
Yep.
And our final question for Denny will come from Luis Torres. Go ahead, Luis.
All right.
Luis?
So, yeah, I got you. So what were you hoping when you went with the two-tire strategy? Obviously, it worked because in the first two stages, you weren't there in the top 10 with stage 2 you were, but at the very end, you seemed like you made a lot of progress in that final run.
We did. We were just in a box, and I knew I was racing essentially the 18 and the 4 going on to that last restart, and I just, I didn't get a good restart. The 4 got around me. I was on the bottom, and I knew that was the race for the, that was going to be the race for the win. And so I knew I had to optimize lap time, and I lost a spot there after I, got tight on one of the corners on the restart. So it wasn't a total clean day. If it was a clean day, I thought that we had the best car and we were going to win. But I just let the 4 get out 5 seconds there before we pitted because he got that great restart. I think he restarted 8th and was 2nd, 2 laps later, and I was stuck back there in 7th after restarting 5th. So it just that inside line was dead. You couldn't go anywhere, and I just drew the wrong straw.
And going into tomorrow's race, is that something that'll definitely play a role again?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to play a role. I mean, you want to be on the outside for sure. You just on the bottom, you're just, you're the first lane that gets stuck 3 wide, so that's going to slow you down. Everyone's aligned at the wall on the top, so they're getting momentum. The PJ1 has been moved down, so they're sucking down on the door of the inside lane cars, and so it's just it's a bad deal to be on the inside, that's for sure.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Denny, thank you for your time, and good luck tomorrow. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.